Hey guys, Tanner here with STK Cattle and Hay. We're about to get started with some hay. Got a field of wheat, rye, and barley. There's mostly rye. This is pretty thin on the edge, but there are some heads of wheat. I don't see barley where I'm standing right now, but the irrigation system doesn't get right up here. It's a couple 100 foot out there, but I won't cut what's under the irrigation system. This will end up as more of a cover crop. It'll get disked in, being as thin as it is. It might make a bale an acre, but do me more good just farming it under to plant millet into or something. But we got the old 8550 loaded. Hauled it here with the old brown truck. So we're gonna get unloaded and probably change pickups over to the service truck. I'm about 3 miles from my house, so just a quick run over to change vehicles. But this is a Heston 8550. It's got about a 15.5 foot rotary header on it. So up under here, it's got these blades spin back and forth, or spin around and around, cut the hay. Steel on steel crimpers. So it's cuts pretty good. We've had this swather in the family for probably about 14 years. So this is a 2002 model. So I'll get her unloaded, and I'll get back with you here in a little bit with hopefully some cutting action. Alright guys, we're in the field. We got it opened up with end rows are done. We're going to follow irrigation tracks. I don't have auto steer, but I'm going to follow the irrigation tracks back and forth across the field. And this is the very end, very outside path, so you can get a lot of acres done on one pass, because I haven't ever measured it, but this is it'd technically be a full 120 acre irrigation system, but it's makes about 3/4 of a pass. It's got a pig farm in one corner that the irrigation system has to stop before it go back. So it's a little over 3/4, making it somewhere between 90 and 100 acres irrigated. And like I said earlier, this will be my last pass on the outside, and we'll start working our way in. But it's pretty good looking hay. It should yield 2 to 3 bale an acre, which would be I'll make about 1,400 pound bales. So roughly 3,000 to 4,500 pounds per acre. I'll sell a little bit of this. You gotta cover expenses and everything, and I'll keep 50 to 100 bales for myself to feed my cows next winter. I might sell more than that after we get some feed baled, sorghum stand, millet, something like that will bale. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there are a few good hills out here, and I didn't record some of the worst, but everything outside of this, it will end up getting worked back under and just be used more or less as a cover crop. And I will likely plant this field back to, well, my goal is cowpeas or millet, and or a blend of the two. We'll see if I can make one more cutting off of this before we go into fall planting. If I can get another cutting in September, that would be that would meet my goal. But I planted, like I said, wheat, rye, and barley. I'd say I'm 75% rye is what came up out here, which is pretty typical for these sand hills. And we'll I would have preferred to have found straight rye, but there was a shortage last year, and all I could find was blended rye for the price point I was looking at. But we're running 6.5, kind of 5.5 going up hills. Like running one-handed, I can't run hard to get give it a little more on the hills with the hydrostat. I haven't figured that out yet, but I don't think you guys can see that, but got down to 5.4, so it's a good speed. The top speed in the field with this machine is around 8.5 miles per hour, and it cuts about anything that speed. But I don't know of any fields that are smooth enough or flat enough. Or if there are any, I don't own them and I don't rent them. So most of my fields, I'm just take it easy and try not to push it too hard. The machine's working plenty hard going up and down these hills. So I just try and stay below 7, and gives me a little extra to get up the hills and gets the job done. That's the main goal. That's my fuel level sensor. I'm sure it's right. I didn't realize I'd forgotten I'd filled up the Versatile before I filled this swather up, and I hadn't refilled my trailer, so it only has about a quarter tank, and on hillsides the fuel will slosh away from the sensor and give me a nice alarm. It's got 2 bars of fuel out of, I think it's got 10 bars, so I can run for a little bit, but I'll after I get done, I might probably do another round out here, which would be a down and a back, and I'll head down and get some fuel, and I'll get topped off, check things over, and probably run hard tomorrow and get the rest of this done. I I can get about 80 acres done on 1 tank of fuel on this machine, and like I said earlier, somewhere between 90 and 100 under the circle. So should be just perfect. If I run a little while today, top it off, I can do between 80 and 100 acres a day, and it takes 10 to 12 hours. So I can cut quite a bit. They make newer swathers and faster swathers, or some people call these windrowers or hay binds or whatever, but they definitely make newer and faster ones. But I don't care how new and how fast it is. These headers sit flat on the ground, and they take every bump that you hit. So in fields like I have that aren't smooth, I can buy the nicest machine out there, but I'm still not going to get much over 7 miles an hour just because of the terrain. It's not really a power issue. I don't really like having to fix equipment that I could have just taken it a little easier on it, not torn it up. So anyways, with that, hope you guys enjoy this little video. There'll be more videos from the hay fields and here in the future. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you gotta do. Have a good one.